Black Compass Media back live with another one. Shout out to the people that's listening to this right now. Great day of Friday. A lot of things going on. Tone Bro checking in. Shout out to the whole team. Backpack, man. You know what I mean? The whole team is here. I'm here with my mans.
Yo, what's goody, man? Bitch, nigga, we ain't asked you. What's up, man? We here. It's a classic one about to happen.
Oh yeah. Classic work on deck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure you tune in and subscribe and all of that stuff too. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep shooting greens, man. Without further ado, we got my man here from, you know what I mean, representing Pacoima. I know I said that right. I think I said that right. Representing Pacoima, you know what I'm saying? Out west. You know, this is an interview everybody wanted, Polo. This is one that everybody wanted.
Everybody. That's yo, beat up. That's all.
Yeah. So without further ado, the conscious brother, B-Dot. What's going on?
Yeah. What's happening?
Yo, it's good.
Happy to be here, man.
Hey man, happy to have you here, man. Happy to have you here for sure. No doubt. All of that, you know what I mean, in light of everything that's going on, man. How's everything going for you? Before we get into all the questions and things, how's everything going for B-Dot right now?
Everything's great, man. You know, I'm usually a homebody anyway, so I'm assuming you're talking about the pandemic and everything that's going on.
Yeah, just everything. Yeah,
I'm good, man. I'm Gucci. Like I'm a homebody, so I'm always at the crib anyways. And you know, I got a lot of things going on right now, business wise, that are pretty beneficial to me. So I could work from the crib and get shit done, man. So yeah, I should be at the crib with my kids. Luckily, my daughter knocked out right now. My son is on the TV. Otherwise, he'd be all in my face bothering me. It's all good though, man. I'm just chilling, just enjoying life, bro. That's it. Can't complain.
Nah.
Before we get into like the battle rap questions and all that, Elevate. I love when battle rappers have like dope merch, and that's like one of my favorite things to support. Elevate. Where did it come from? What's the design behind it? Like, what's the backstory for it?
Yeah.
Really, man. So I dropped the album back in 2013. At the time, I was signed to an independent label called 454 Entertainment, and really, we just together as collectively game planned on a merchandise rollout, you know, to promote the album. The album was called Elevation. However, that's a long word, you know, so we just cut it short to Elevate. You know what I mean? So we could put it on the hats and the shirts. And we started that back in like 2013. Things didn't go well with the company kind of folded, you know what I mean? And so I just kind of like, I had the merch still. And so I think the first time I wore something from Elevate, I think it was against Daylight. Yeah, again, when I battled Daylight in 2015. I think that was the first time I wore one of my Elevate hats, and people was loving it, man. So I just started rocking them some more. And then recently I was partnered with this clothing company out of Connecticut called Kinfolk. And it was just hard to maintain the bit. Yeah, they got some dope shit. So
yeah, I mean, I heard Kinfolk a lot.
Yeah, they got some dope shit, man. We don't necessarily work together anymore. Them still my brothers, but it was just hard doing the back and forth from LA to Connecticut thing. So once that kind of dwindled down, I was like, you know what? Let me just get back in this Elevate bag and see if people will fuck with it now that I got a little more attention and notoriety to my name. And it's been going well, bro. I can't complain, man. I'm appreciative of every order.
Okay, now when you started your brand, now is it like hard for you to wear other, like now that your brand is full, you got a lot of hoodies, hats? Is it hard to wear other people's clothes now that you like?
You see what I'm doing right now? Shout out to my verse.
Oh yeah, my verse.
Yeah. No. I show love, man. I show love. I support, you know, whatever I could do. It's a lot of black companies that DM me and hit me up and ask me if I can rock their shit, and I always rock it. Like if you peep like my interviews before battle, I'm usually rocking somebody's brand to show love, you know what I mean, and shit like that. So no, it's room at the table for everybody to eat, man. And I ain't stingy when it comes to the promotion and all that, especially when it's black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Nah, I respect that, man. I respect that. I definitely like how it's been taking off. I gotta order some stuff. You know, we like to wear the hat and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna order a bunch of stuff.
Appreciate that. I'm gonna have more. I know right now it's pretty bland. I'd have to start small, you know, with the black and white colors, but I'm gonna do some different colorways and different color schemes for the spring and summertime, bro. So I got y'all.
Yeah, that's definitely
your hoodies is fire.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, those is fire.
Yeah, because we need them hats because you know this hair turning gray, Dot. I don't got all the growth.
Hey, man, mine's too. Mine's too, bro. Don't even trip. Mine's too. I be covering it up. Don't even trip. I feel it.
All right. So let's get into things. You know what I mean? And I, rubbing the hands with the voice lowers. All right.
Yes, sir.
Champion of the year.
Yes, sir.
Champion of the year situation. Me and my brother sat in this room for some hours.
You see what I did, right?
Long, huh?
You see what I did for my name on here, right?
Yeah, I see that. Oh,
we appreciate Petty up here. We do. We like that. We like that.
I love it. DJ King Tut, salute. He said salute to the God, man. Nah, salute to the God.
Yo, that's a lion, baby. Okay, that's a lion. My bad. Yes, peace. Salute to you. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you.
So, champion of the year.
That's a lion, baby. I'm telling you, he gonna be. This is.
That's your daughter or your son?
That's my son right there, man.
That's how my daughters. If I'm around, they'll never let me do any of this. Right? It's over for that.
This is my life, man. I'm a full-time dad, so this is how I be.
Yeah. We like that up here, so it's all good. But champion of the year, right?
Yes,
we deliberate. Everything comes out. The list comes out. There's a lot of reaction, positive and negative. But battle rap loves the negative. Yeah. But I wanted to get your perspective because we did have the URL recap and stuff, and you came in there with a certain energy.
Yeah, that was epic. You
did.
My fault. It's nothing but love, man. It's nothing but love.
No, I feel the passion, man. I feel it. Yo, I was telling somebody this was like the hardest year for me in battle rap because it was everybody was just y'all was all killing. So
I'm sure. I even said that to myself. I was like, they're gonna have a hard time this year choosing, man, and rightfully so, man, because everybody had an incredible year and everybody had a good argument. My issue was and still is, y'all didn't hit the key points of my argument. That's all. That's all.
So they'll help us understand because you ended up finishing third, and this is and we can deliberate on what we individually felt on that, but I want to hear how like your perspective, like why you sort of felt like that maybe wasn't the right placing, or you felt like you should have been at the top or whatever. I want to get a quick outline of that, and I got a bunch of follow-ups.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what I said the other day. I just look at it from a sports perspective, like the MVP. And again, like I said the other day, if it's about, to me, champion of the year got to be about all the categories, but to me, like the most important category has to be impactful. Like who shook up the culture, night in and night out. Like I did some incredible things, like consistently. Like when you look at Chilla and Shine, and not to take nothing away from them, they was consistently great. Like they just did consistent great things. I just feel like my argument is like the shit I was doing was shaking up the culture. It was like, whoa, everybody got to really pay attention to what B-Dot just did. I mean, even if you take away Rum Nitty not giving me 100%, that was the first visual of this whole rooftop thing that we did to start the year off to get battle rap popping again. Battle rap was kind of cold. It was dying. We was doing a little phone joints, you know what I'm saying? And the shit was looking kind of crazy. And I know QP and EK did their rooftop joint, which was fire, but I just kind of felt like because of their names, that kind of got swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's what should have happened, but that's what happened. Yeah, battle's crazy, super dope battle. But Rum Nitty versus B-Dot is a big battle on paper, like when you read it, right? And I feel like I did what I was supposed to do. And it kind of set the tone like, wow, okay, this is what we doing. We doing these rooftop joints to get through this pandemic, to get battle rap popping again. And I feel like I spearheaded that. So my argument is I spearheaded battle rap to get back popping again. And I spearheaded it with a 30 against a fucking God level MC in this shit. You know what I mean? And whether or not he came 100%, that's not my problem.
That's not your problem. Exactly.
Right. So I feel like I spearheaded that. And then I set the culture ablaze again with the whole Saga joint. And the Saga joint, it deserves way more critical analysis just for the subject matter alone, the social commentary alone, the grudge match. I mean, you talking about, I can't think of any grudge matches that are still alive today that haven't happened yet in terms of battles that go back farther than me and Saga. Me and Saga had our little issue since 2015, bro. So for 5 years, for it to culminate into that moment, and with the social climate, what was going on with the George Floyd, all the uprising in the streets, it damn near looked like we was about to have a revolution, low key. You know what I mean? And so for me and him to battle at that time, and for him to be rapping about it, for me to be rapping about it, for us to have our grudge match, religious topics, all this shit, and then we ended with the handshake that was a part of the bars. It wasn't no handshake after the battle, like, oh, good shit, my nigga. The handshake was a part of the art, was a part of the display, you know? So I just feel like that battle alone was just levels and levels, lyrical levels, social commentary. It was just so much in that battle that I gave y'all again. So then that's two phenomenal things back to back, right? And we ain't even got to Summer Madness yet. So then you go to Summer Madness, the Super Bowl of battle rap. Would we all agree?
Right.
The Super Bowl of battle rap. Hey, you got little old B Dot, who's never gotten that big. It's my first big stage outside of Traffic, Traffic is, hey, West Coast, we're gonna give y'all a little event. Here you go. You got Traffic. I mean, come on, let's be real. You had a
very you probably got one of the moments, definitely the round of Traffic. The way that what you did to Traffic was crazy. Like you made a huge statement on that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So I did that on Traffic or whatnot. But I'm saying, so Summer Madness is my biggest look yet. I've never been on the Gnome, never been on Summer Madness, never been on these, big events with those type of marquee names and legends in the culture. So you get me on the Super Bowl, and here's little old B Dot. Why is B Dot battling T Top? We want to see T Top versus Swamp. Why is this happening? Yada 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 yada. Guess what? We give y'all battle of the night. I give you performance of the night. Arguably, if you want to argue between me and K Shine, I believe it was me though, being unbiased and just being realistic.
Sure.
I give you performance of the night and battle of the night at Summer Madness 10 amongst legends, Calico, Verb, all these guys. So I spearheaded the year. I gave you battle of the year already. Then I gave you performance of the night at the Super Bowl. Then now the new conversation is, wow, Holmesy the God ran through the tournament, incredible. Beat EK, beat Danny Myers, beat who else did he beat?
He
beat a lot of people.
Bill in the championship.
But there was one more person in the tournament that was a credible name too.
In the tournament, Holmesy beat Danny Myers. Saga. Danny Myers.
First round. Yeah, that was the first round.
That was crazy.
And nobody expected this, right? So here's this guy, Holmes. He comes out of nowhere and runs through the tournament, wins the 25K. Now we're like, oh wow, Holmesy's a name. And so it wasn't about that I just beat Holmesy. It was about how clear it looked. So I'm taking a guy that just ran through guys back to back to back, credible names, won the 25K, and then you put him in front of me and I get a clear 30. Not to mention, Rum was a 30, Saga's a debatable 2-1 classic. T-Top is a gentleman's 30. If you really watch that battle and you really being a honest critique of the art, see what happens in that T-Top battle is they say, well, T-Top was doing more. He was doing comedy and da-da-da-da. And that's cool. But I'm just talking about, this is small room, no crowd, rapping. Who was out rapping the next man? And if you look at that battle and you scoring points about punchlines and bars, and you're going to have me edging that battle every round if you really do it. That's just me. If you really sit down and do it, that's just me. So Rum is a 30, debatable 2-1 Saga, 30, the gentleman's 30, a edge, slight gentleman's 30 at the Super Bowl at Summer Madness, and then a clear 30 versus Holmesy. This is my year before we get to Chilla. This is my year. To me, that alone is almost enough to seal the deal. But I know how this culture works. Okay, Chilla, B Dot 1 and 2. So you're not gonna say it, but subconsciously it's whoever wins this battle is champion of
the guy, right?
Yeah,
right. And that was
like, I think that was like the narrative behind that battle to like everybody. Like, this is champion of the year.
So it kills the whole logic behind what we're doing here. Because if one battle determines the champion of the year, then it negates the whole purpose of saying champion of the year is for the person who had the best year. Like, it to me, it's like, what is the point then? If we're gonna do it like that, then that's fine. We could do this thing where we vote at the end of the year for like, when we get to like September, we need to have a vote of the top 4, and then we could do like a playoffs, so we can really determine who's who. But if you're not going to do it like that, then we got to be subjective about everybody's individual stats throughout the year and really critique it and analyze it like that. I still personally feel, no slight to Chilla, incredible year. That's my brother now. Now we battle, now we friends. So I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? So we But when I still look at it, bro, when I still look at his battles, his twerk battle, his Geechee battle, his real sick battle. And when I put those against mine, the ones I just named, I'm edging him in every battle. His best battle is real sick. You know what I mean? And it's like, but if you go back,
no, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just reiterating what I was saying. Like if you line up battle for battle, I have the better performances on the bigger stages with the most on the line. You know what I'm saying? Him versus Real Sick is a day after Summer Madness. It's a battle that, not saying he could lose, but the fact that that's a debatable battle doesn't hurt him. If him versus Real Sick happens on Summer Madness 10 the same way and it's debatable, that hurts him, because now we on Summer Madness 10. Now we with the big boys, and you battling Real Sick, and you have a debatable with a rookie on a big stage, Summer Madness 10. But being that it was on some, quiet room, next day shit, you can get away with a debatable with Real Sick. You know what I'm saying? Right. So these are my arguments when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it all. You know what I'm saying? But it's no slight to him. Incredible year, clearly deserving of it. But again, I feel like I'm deserving of it too. And so when I go from feeling like I give you all my stats, when I go from that to 3, I'm just like, bruh, what are we doing here, fam? Like, that's all, bro. And that's no slight to K-Shine at all either. I just feel like when you guys were arguing everybody's point, you missed my point. And I think so when you look at Chilla, the biggest point is consistency. He was consistently great in all his battles throughout the year. You look at Shine, you look at dominance. He was dominant throughout his year. But when you look at that dominance, right, it's kind of like you can dominate somebody if you go on 75 and they on 50. We saw that versus Paste. He dominated Paste. Paste was on 50. Paste was probably on 25% if we being real. You know what I mean? So he dominates Paste. He dominates E Hart. Now one can argue he made E Hart look like that, but she did kind of stop and kind of just was like, nah, you got it. I'm straight. To me, as an MC, I'm calling that lack of preparation, because even when you look at me versus Chilla, even if you argue that Chilla put that pressure on me to make me stumble for 3.5 seconds, I'm a warrior. I got it back. I didn't say, you got it, whoop-de-whoop. So that's not a lack of preparation. I was 100% prepared, but, I had my stumble and I got it back and fought through it. When you look at E Hart versus Shine, it's like she gave that up like, nah, I'm straight, fuck it. To me, that's a lack of preparation. Even after the battle in the post interviews, she said that, like I wasn't really prepared. I didn't really, prepare right, yada, yada, yada. So if we got to go battle for battle, when you're looking at somebody dominating somebody who's clearly says they're not prepared, Paste clearly not prepared. These people aren't prepared. But guess what? You put somebody in front of B-Dot, or when that contract gets signed, I'm about to battle B-Dot, niggas giving 110% every time out, because they know they got to come with bars, subject matter, and all these things. Pardon me for rambling.
Nah, you know, yo, listen, good because this good. I like all. Please, crazy.
It's in line with a lot of the stuff that we have to say. But go ahead.
Well, we got 255 in a lot. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. That'll help our channel grow. Hit the like.
Yeah. Get the content.
Now the only thing, okay, so
seeing all that. Now this
song, you freezing? Whoa, you freezing?
Yeah.
Oh, you good now? You good?
I think I might have froze.
Yeah,
I'm good now. All right.
Now the thing with no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the thing with just from 1 to 3. You guys, I feel like you guys were like this. Like all you guys were like net. Like it wasn't like B-Dot is here, Sean is here. It was like, yo, y'all literally like any one of y'all felt could have won champion of the year. So
I get it. Yeah.
And when you in a room debating live and it's hours after hours and you debating live,
I would have just felt more comfortable if, again, when y'all talked about Chilla, it was Chilla's consistency. Blah blah blah. When y'all talked about Sean, it was like Sean's dominance. Nobody said B-Dot's impactful performances for the culture. Like nobody argued that. I think France might have kind of hinted at it, but nobody went to bat for me like, nah, B-Dot had some impactful joints that shook up the scene. And just to not hear nobody go to bat for me like that was my only thing. Because even if y'all would have said that and still had me at 3, I'd have been like, okay, well, at least they argue my points. You know what I mean? But I didn't hear that.
I walked into that room having you second on my list, right? Okay. And ready to argue that possibly we can try for the first slot. And the reason why I think I didn't go there is because of the concession, which I told you before, really, really made me mad. I had the same thing with Mickey Fax and DNA. The concession of the loss to Chilla Jones, I think really shifted the conversation. You know,
which is crazy because let me ask you real quick, not to cut your wisdom, but if I win, if I beat Chilla, is that an automatic champion of the year?
I think so. I think
because it's like again, I feel like
that's flawed logic.
No, because I feel like the only thing when we go through the categories, right? The only thing that separated you and Chilla probably was one thing. Now, if you beat him and now you reverse it, it'll just be reversed. The only thing that separates him from you is just one thing. I don't feel like it was out of like I feel like you guys were neck and neck. I don't feel like I feel like you, K-Shine. I ain't gonna lie. I even think Geechee. Say what you want. I think Geechee was up there too.
That too.
Hell of a year.
He had a quietest cap. He had a very good year. So I felt like this shit. It was hard. Like it wasn't.
No, I get it, man. I get it, and I ain't trying to come down on y'all. That's a hard thing.
Nah.
This is healthy combo because I like this because you are passionate about your art. You put a lot into it, so I respect that.
And I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think I was gonna care as much. Bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like early in the year, they was like, "Oh, B-Dot, you gonna win champion of the year?" I'm like, whatever, man. I'm just focused on my next opponent. But when you get down to this, man, it would just remind me like y'all know I used to play ball and shit. So it just remind me of like my football days. You just get fired up. That competitive nature comes back. So being that I was in the conversation, I was just at least hoping again that somebody was just arguing my points for me. That's all. And like you just said, Polo, like when you say me and Chilla was neck and neck, and that was the thing for me. It was like, yeah. So even if let's go here. First of all, let's go here. Actually,
all right.
This is a better question because my question was, if I beat Chilla, do I win champion of the year? Here's the better question, and I think I asked it the other day. If I don't say with my emotional Tupac ass, if I don't say that I felt like I lost the battle right in the post interview. And then let's say I did the opposite. Let's say I walk off that stage and I'm like, no, I got that. I got the first clear, which I did. I got the first clear. I fucked up in the second. I give him the second. But yeah, I got the third. The third is preference. I feel like I got it. So if I say that and I create the narrative that it's debatable, who's champion of the year?
We in that room for another hour.
Exactly.
I can't even tell. But see when you did that though, and I want you to like understand that this is how us fans think. I think it's different for battlers. When you do that, when I go to the barbershop to get my hair cut and I'm talking about the battle, they like, well, what you arguing for? Because the man said he lost. That ultimately, that I can't escape that. Dot, you put me. And I'm a fan of yours, and I was ready to fight, but I can only fight so much if you concede defeat. You understand?
I get it. No, I get it. And I'm trying to make a good, because battle rap is the closest thing. I mean, the closest thing to it would be sports. So I always try to make sports analogies to make shit make sense. And I'm trying to think if this makes sense. I'm not sure if it does, but if LeBron has a bad night and loses to Steph Curry puts up 50, LeBron puts up 45, and when LeBron walks off in his post-game interview, it says, "Man, I played terrible tonight, man. I didn't get the win for the team, and I played terrible." Does that take away that he just scored 45 for you as a fan critiquing why they lost the game or not? Like in that situation, you could say LeBron put up 45, his teammates didn't step up, So you could take the blame off him, right? In that scenario. So in my scenario, as a battle rap analyst, you could look at that and be like, I get why Dot is hard on himself. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that type of stumbling. We've seen him stumble a little bit in the past, but like 3 or 5 seconds, we've never seen him do that. However, he was crazy in the first, and he got through his third, and his third had great substance. So as a battle rap analyst, I'm going to fuck what B-Dot talking about. I'm going to watch this again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to watch this again for myself because I'm the analyst. You guys, even though we like get mad at y'all, right, as battle rappers, but y'all really great at what y'all do too. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, everybody got a part to play. I'm the battle rapper. I do what I do, but it's y'all job to get in there and break shit down. And I just kind of feel like going back to what I said the other day, if I walk out of that battle and I say, I got that 3-0, that shouldn't change the narrative of you being realistic. Like, my nigga, you didn't get that 3-0 because you fucked up in your second. Like, you know, like just me saying.
Look, B-Dot, the thing is with battle rap, the unfortunate thing is that narratives is like plays a huge part in battle rap. Like, for example, A-Verb, his mom with people saying she was a lesbian. He came out and said, "Hey, my mom ain't a lesbian. What the hell y'all talking about?"
For years.
And it's just the narrative behind that.
I get it, but it's your job. Like, so like the fan base runs with narratives. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are not fans to me. You're a battle rap analyst. Like, you have a special responsibility within the culture. You know, like it's a certain type of way you guys articulate. It's a certain type of fandom you guys have, a certain type of understanding of the culture that sets you above that allows you to run a show like this, right? It sets you above the normal fan that's just at home, you know, on caffeine, typing away. Like, it's your job to hear the narrative and put things in proper perspective. Mm-hmm. So that's all I'm asking. Like, that battle should still be analyzed properly. Now, when I watched it, I'm just like, okay, his third is cleaner than my third. You know, my third wasn't as crisp, but my subject matter was better. So, okay. So that almost comes down to normal B-Dot battles where, like, it's a preferred thing in my third because of my subject matter. Like, motherfuckers be like, I don't like what B-Dot talking about in this third. I could be rapping my ass off, but if you don't agree with the subject matter, then you're not gonna fuck with it. So I just kind of feel like that me versus Chilla really comes down to the third. If you watch it back, it comes down to the third. If you tell me I got Chilla because his round was cleaner, I respect that. But you're not finna tell me I got Chilla because his round was just better. He had better material, better subject matter. That's not the case, bro. That third round is extremely close. If I would have got through it crispy, clear, clean, you know, then maybe we having a different discussion. If I didn't walk off the stage and say, I feel like I lost that, maybe we having a different discussion. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right. I agree. I think you clearly got the first. I think the second, I gave it to him in the third. It is debatable, but I did give it a Chilla. But I completely understand what you're saying when you're breaking it down. I completely
understand. I respect that.
Now let's get this one donation here. Rich Kid says B-Dot's being modest. It wasn't a gentleman's 30. He smoked T-Top. Now,
see, that's not my job to do, right? So my job is to tell you, see, that's why I love the fans or love the people that speak their mind, because my job is to say, as an MC in this era of small rooms, small crowds, line for line, round for round, I beat T-Top every round. If you want to say smoked, hey, that's on you. I just know that I beat him every round. You know what I mean? And if you want to say smoked or edge, that's on you. I'm being, you know, he's right. I'm being modest and saying gentleman's 30. But if a show, that battle's not debatable to me, bro. It's not. It's shout out to Top. That's my guy. I was just on the phone with Top yesterday. So this ain't, and this is why I hate doing this, because these are my friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I gotta defend myself. You know what I mean?
Let me do this, because the one thing that I like about this, it's a couple things I like about this. We reignite the energy for the upcoming year. The MCs exhibit a certain passion behind it, and I like what A-War is doing with everything.
Yeah, I love it.
Agree, right? The other thing is that we get to learn things from you guys, right? How you see it. Now, this 30s versus great replayable debatables.
Okay.
What's held in higher regard? The way I was raised is if you get all three of them rounds, that dude is I'm gonna hold him in higher regard than the guy that had a debatable situation, regardless of the fact if it's replayable. Other dude didn't win a round. So I gotta say that this MC right here is over this other MC because, hey, he had a debatable, you didn't. Same level of competition. Now, what I'm not necessarily hearing that now from the MCs. Now I feel like that's a little bit new, but I wanted to get your perspective on that.
Yeah, I'm more so debatable classic guy, and here's why though. And maybe it's just me, my vantage point as the MC that brings the best out of my opponent. You feel me? Because that topic almost correlates to the me and K-Shine argument.
Exactly.
I was just literally about to say that.
Now let me ask you, now let's be realistic, right? So what happens in an MC's mind for whatever reason when they sign a contract versus K-Shine and don't feel like their life's on the line? I can't tell you why they don't. I would. I know if I was battling Shine, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you why E-Hart didn't. I can't tell you why Pat Stay didn't. I guess we could say Chess did. You know, Chess tried to put up a fight.
Yeah, Chess worked.
Which was the other one? The Clips joint?
Clips. But Harlem, they live down the street from each other. They
play fighting. They slap.
Yeah, that was a play, but he still smoked Clips though. He
give him. No, I'm not saying give him the smoke for sure. But all I'm saying is, What I'm doing is scaring the life out of my opponents to where they come in that ring and they are rapping they at. That was the best saga we ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best T-tops we've ever seen in recent years. I've seen better T-tops, don't get me wrong, but that was a very, very great T-top. Okay. Holmesy, if you really think about it, as far as an approach for B-Dot, he took an excellent approach. He had three great angles. He had 3 rounds of 3 great angles. Just wasn't enough. But
that was a
so, but you know, like if you take his, I can't say the subject matter because it was for me, but if you take his passion or his willingness to prepare to that extent, if you take that and you put him in front of somebody else, he might have got somebody else out of there that night, just as he did.
Wait, can I ask you a question, right? Because obviously, when you go back to your Holmesy rounds, it's obvious you was upstairs for that one.
That was.
Do you think that kind of took away from the Chilla battle, being that you prepared so hard for Holmesy and was like,
mind you, Chilla's supposed to be on that card. Me and Chilla's already booked.
Oh,
Chilla's at home like this. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me and Chilla's already booked. I mean, we throwing shots all year. We already booked. I don't know if you've seen. I dropped a freestyle about like 3 weeks prior to the Holmesy battle, and I literally say, because I know me and Chilla's already booked for December 12th. I literally say, tell Chilla I'm gonna see him in December. It's gonna be a cold winter, something like that. But I already knew that. He already knew that. So I got Holmesy, and the only reason why I took the Holmesy battle is because. Or not the only reason, but one of the main reasons why I was comfortable taking the battle is because I thought Chilla was going to take the Chaos battle on the same card.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
it makes sense.
I'm like, okay, yo, this nigga Loso put out that video today.
It had your numbers on there,
and your phone going crazy.
I'm getting all kind of calls, bro.
I sent them a message like, yo, take that down. You got everybody's number in that shit.
I'm getting all kind of calls. My fault though. Where was I?
You were saying how Chilla was supposed to battle Chaos.
So I'm thinking, strategically, I'm saying to myself, okay, I got the Chilla match at the end of the year. Chilla is on fire right now. I'll take Holmesy. I didn't really want to battle Holmesy like that. You feel me? But I'm like, you know what? Moot card. I'm trying to be on the moot card. That's gonna have a lot of eyes and ears on it. So I'll take Holmesy. I heard through the grapevine, Chilla got Chaos on it. Okay, we both got work to do, so it's not no advantage for no either person. Then I found I'm already working on the rhymes, and we like 2 weeks out, and then I find out he's not on the card. I'm like, oh man. So I battle Holmesy. Chilla is sitting back. You feel me? Game planning like a motherfucker.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not to make any,
Yeah, but it's how it happened.
Shit, you versus Holmesy. It's like you wrote out like you was in a dungeon for that one. You beat the shit out of
So you know what's interesting about me? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And this is why this nigga Suge's finna die. It's because like when I feel like I be feeling like disrespected, like why are we even doing this battle? You know what I mean? Like this nigga can't fuck with me. And no matter how great T-Top is, I felt like that about him too, because he's not a rapper's rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's a great battle rapper, but he's not a rapidy rapping. I only get nervous for the rapidy rapping pin niggas, the JCs, the Chillas. Those are the only type of niggas that make me nervous. So if it's a nigga I know I'm finna smoke, I guess you get a better B-Dot. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You're not worried about like if Suge bring the vintage Suge out, it's no worries at all.
It's no worries, bro. Hold on. Let me close this door for my son.
100. Do your thing now. As B-Dot is
hit
doing
them likes, y'all.
Her thing. Hit the likes. We do see the donations. We will get to them. We don't like to just cut our guests off mid-sentence to get the donations, but we're gonna get to
the donations, y'all. We got y'all.
Right? All right, so we got
that. So I'm not worried about nothing with Suge because it just comes down to rapping. I mean, I think there's great things that he does. I think he has a great presence and big bully vibe, and he got some bars that can haymake. But at the same time, we in a different environment, so I'm not underestimating him, but I'm not worried either. So I say all that to say, when they go back to the Holmesy joint, I wanted to give him that work, bro, because I just kind of felt like, Holmesy was a little too confident for me. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, this is different, doggy. So I had to give him that work. But back to the overall point, you know, like I had that joint, and then I knew I had the Chilla joint in the cut, and yeah, you know, so Chilla wasn't on that card, so he just had the proper time to prepare, I guess. No excuses. It's just how the shit unraveled, bro. You know, as top tier MCs, you would want to be how do I want to say this? You would want to be lined up correctly in terms of like just the timing of everything. You don't want your opponent to have any type of writing time advantage or anything like have a head start. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy advantage, right? Like
that is crazy.
Because you went upstairs for Holmesy and he just chilling. All right, I know how to reflect on this. I'm gonna do this.
Think about this real quick. Just to say this part real quick. Like, I be thinking about shit like it's funny, right? Like, so when I was preparing for Holmesy, because I always try to say, what can I do that's going to impact the culture? What can I do that's going to be how can I make this a bigger conversation than just battle rap? And I'm like, let me take, you know, Holmesy. What's up, baby? I want a pen. Here, I just gave you a pen. It's right there. What can I do with Holmesy's, you know, situation, not to play around with mental health issues or anything like that, but what can I do with that to have a wider conversation? What can I, you know, talk about within myself as far as like what I go through with myself and my children? What can I do? So I did that, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the shit that Chilla used that stung, that hit me personally and in my brain as I'm battling him was from that. So I think about that whole situation. I'm like, what battle do me and Chilla have? Or what does Chilla say to me had I opted out of the Holmesy joint? And I don't even divulge into that information. It's almost like giving somebody an alley-oop. Oh, like, here you go. Here's a new angle against me that you could use. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. So I think about that often too. Like, what if I would have opted out of the Holmesy joint and just said, "No, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna write for Chilla the whole month of October." Wow. You know, whatever. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is.
Now, okay, because that battle ends up being a situation where
about it like that either. That's crazy.
And it's a game of decimal points when you're dealing with elite competition. But that battle ended up being, you and Holmesy ended up being a situation where I remember when the tournament was first announced, it's like, yo, we should get beat out on here. And I'll be like, yo, are you crazy? And you made me look like a genius by what you did with home. It was like, nah.
Yo, you know, I was this close.
You was close?
Yeah, shout out to Ben Swayze, man. I randomly hit him up. I'm like, yo, what you think about this, fam? Y'all don't got beef or nothing, right?
I don't be you gotta ask that with Ben though.
yeah. I don't be knowing.
No, Ben didn't like the list, but no, it's all love, new era.
I don't be knowing. But shout out to Swayze. Yeah. That's my dog. So when I was contemplating about doing it, I was really this close to doing it. I was talking to some of my peers that were doing it. They was trying to talk me into it, Loso and Saga. But I hit up Swayze and he was like, nah, where you at right now with the whole rooftop shit, man, that's not good for your brand. I don't think you should do that. So I was like, all right, bet. So I didn't do it, but I was really that close to doing it. But yeah, to your point, like, I personally felt like even if I did do it, I would have like I would. I felt like I would have ran through it, but at the same time, it's risky. You know what I mean? It's very risky. Go find one. It's very risky. So yeah, I think I showed levels just by him winning that, and then me beating him so clearly as I did. I think I definitely showed levels as far as like why I didn't do it.
Right. Polo, go ahead.
With levels, right? So when you first came out, you know, the critique was all Lux clone, this, that, and now you've grown into your own style. I never
narrative is dead now.
It's dead. I never how did you transition from the Lux, the Lux quote unquote clone to now you into your own style, your own everything? Like, how did you do that?
Yeah, to be 100% honest with you, bro, you know what it was? I'm gonna be real with you. Somebody probably gonna use this as an angle, but I don't care. I speak from the heart. That's why I be on my Tupac shit. You know, Tupac always got himself in trouble with his big mouth because he didn't know how to filter from the heart. You feel me? I'm the same. I'm cut from that same cloth. Like I can't speak nowhere but from the heart. So I was running away from my street affiliation, and I kind of felt like, yeah, like if you really follow me earlier in my career, go get it. It's right there. Malcolm, I can't get everything for you, buddy.
I do love how you being a father during this. Like,
yes,
wow, go ahead, Doc.
Nah, he be trying to punk me. But yeah, So I'm running away from my street affiliations. He ain't gonna stop till I do it. 1 second.
Yeah, you good. Let's
Yeah.
read some of these. We got my man. Hold on. Let's read some of these donations.
Yes, sir. Yes,
For
sir.
$5. Well, B Dot is not here, but he's coming. Super Nerd for $5. He said B Dot should have been second at minimum. Saga and Chilla edged him, but no shame in that. Also, B Dot 30 T-top, but I've watched B Dot into Saga 20 plus times. I think a lot. That was a really one.
Very fair. Very fair. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, bro.
And we got somebody just donated. He didn't say nothing.
Yeah. Shout out to John, man. Shout out to the donation, bro. We really appreciate it as well.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I was running away from my street affiliation. Like if you follow early in my career, I wasn't saying no blood shit. I wasn't inviting no homies to the battle because I didn't want that to be a part of my life. I was trying to get away from that whole vibe. And so I think within, okay, go get the black one. I think within doing that, I got caught up in the overly conscious approach and the militant kind of delivery kind of whole shit, which I never stray away from or never lie about Lux's influence on that. It's almost like you see it like, okay, it could be done. All right, bet. Now that I know it could be done, let me take it to another level. Because I think between me and Lux is that I'm just more, or I'm not sure if I'm more passionate about it, but it seems as though I care more and I'm more passionate about having this message every battle. You know what I mean? And really delving into like history and shit. It just seems is that way. But to answer your question, yeah, I was just trying to get away from the bullshit, man. And I think over time, it was like this, right? With the consciousness up here. And I just think over time, as I just grew, just me as a man dealing with life, going through shit, whatever, it just balanced out. It met in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I think what you see now is me being a lot more aggressive.
Definitely.
Yeah. Me being more speaking on my affiliation more. You know what I'm saying? Not having a problem with that. Having my homies come to the battles pandemic and stuff, and just being more tapped in with my neighborhood and some of my homies and stuff, to where like it's starting to show within my artistry now. Because I got completely away from it. When it's like anything. It's like when a motherfucker just turn religious and go get baptized, and as soon as you get baptized, you the holiest motherfucker on the planet. You know what I mean? So like that's what I went through as a quote unquote woke brother, a conscious brother. Like when I started reading them books, like back in like 2010, 2011, 2012, that whole span, when I delved into that, I just went all the way. You know what I mean? And that's what I was at that time. And then when I came into battle rap, it was still there. But as I started to balance out as a human being and just being more okay with being balanced, you know what I'm saying, and not tripping off how I'm going to be perceived or how I'm going to be judged. Now I'm just in a real comfortable space. And I think that's where you see the detachment from the Lux thing. Like now you see B Dot completely. Yeah, you know
exactly. When you get in them West Coast bags, when you get into it and you show the dichotomy, because a lot of people will say, you conscious, you can't possibly be about this. And that hasn't been my experience. Often the guys outside will give you the most wisdom. Like they looking at it from a different vantage point. What's the reaction from the homies though? Like, how did they see it once you started to incorporate those things in your work?
Surprise. Well, you get like a little bit of pushback from a couple homies, but in totality, I was surprised at so many homies that are like me in a sense. Maybe not that involved in like reading books and wanting to know, history and things like that, but just being proud to be black though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got homies like, yeah, blood, keep spitting that pro black shit. We with you on that. With the whoop. Especially a lot of older homies, especially a lot of G that reached out to me, because they done been through it. You know what I mean? They in their late 40s, early 50s and shit, and they done been through it. So when they see me, they're like, yeah, young homie, keep doing what you do. We with you on all that type of shit. So, early on, I was nervous about, because I'm really from that, I was nervous about playing with it, meaning talking the conscious shit and then mentioning it while not being in the field. That's one of them things you can't play with. If you're not going to be in the field, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not going to be in the field, they don't even be mentioning it or talking about it. But I think now, for me, now that I see my influence and how my homies that's in the field look at me and how they look up to me, now I'm like, oh, okay, this is this is the role that I'm made to play. This is the part that I'm made to play because my experience within my community, within my neighborhood, and my education and where I've taken myself and being able to articulate myself, that's where I merged the two. That's where I didn't ask to be a leader, and I don't necessarily want to be a leader, but through the art, I lead. Like it's automatic. Like I inspire and lead just through my talent. I'm not getting up on podiums speaking and trying to start marches, but if I could say something impactful and powerful within my music or my battle rap, that shit trickles down to the neighborhood and trickles down into some of the homies' minds, and they look at me like, yeah. Like the other day at the Riot event, I got one of my little homies a battle, and he still turned up, so he brought out a lot of the homies from the neighborhood. So they was out there like 10, 15 thick. These is niggas I ain't seen in a minute. But you know what was crazy though? What was crazy is that most of the homies that I went up to, you know, peace up, get a little blood shake and all that. But the first thing out their mouth was like, "What's up, black man? Good to see you, black man." And that was dope. And I ain't seen these dudes in a minute. Yeah, that was fire. I ain't seen these dudes in a minute. And they calling me black man instead of Rue or you know what I mean? So that was dope. So I say that to say I'm in a very balanced spot right now where I know why I'm doing it. It ain't just glorification. It ain't trying to be tough. Oh, blah, blah. I'm not finna do that. I'm going to say it, and it's always going to have a point to it. It's always going to have a storyline to it. You know what I mean? So I'm in a good space with that right now. And I think that's why you see the detachment from the luck shit.
And I think you know, it's perfect timing because we all watched the journey with Nipsey and everything, and he really shifted my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because like my pops and them, they grew up with the MC8s and the Quicks and all those different people, and it's kind of like, you know, they would tell me like it's something more to this than what. It's not just colors. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a lifestyle, of a culture, but it's right on time in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Misconception, real quick, to say this real quick, because how are you conscious and a blood or conscious and a gangbanger? The misconception is that being gang affiliated or being part of what we call a street organization is that violence is just an automatic part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's not even what gangs were started for.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. Yes, a lot of stupid shit happens within gang activity. Do not get me wrong. A lot of senseless violence and senseless murders and all that stupid shit. Nobody's debating that. But to put a whole like umbrella over it to say, nah, this is what this is stupid. It's really stupid. It's really community based. It's really like a sorority of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just where you're from, where you're at, people you went to school with, people you play football with, that loving camaraderie between you two. Everything is not about, oh, well, since we from this neighborhood and we bang this, then we got to go kill somebody. It ain't. That's not how it works. Y'all niggas watch too many movies. I promise you that's not how it works.
Yo, you sound just like my brother. I swear to God.
That's crazy, bro. Like God. And I'll keep it way real with you about gangbanging, right? When you talk about gangbanging and gang neighborhoods, I promise you it's about 2 to 5 shooters per neighborhood. I promise you, bro, it looks good when everybody got their rags on and it looks good. But as far as just stone cold killers that just go out there and pop some shit, you got like 2 to 5 of that. Other than that, everybody just got the attire on, and we might pack some shit out and catch some fades, but everybody's not out there gunning shit down. So just to say, when people tell me that, it's funny. It just lets me know how just y'all not really part of that culture. You know nothing about it. Just, don't even speak on it. Just leave it alone. That's it.
Right.
Now, this wouldn't be a B-Dot interview without action. What's up with this Loaded Lux? What's up with Loaded Lux? Can we see that? This is like becoming like Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I mean, like, I'm not chasing it, right? And I would never turn it down if it came across my table. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm starting to get the feeling that he understands that that'll be the worst smoke for him.
Oh, wait a second.
No, like for real. Like, you got to think about it, right? So when you look at Daylight versus Lux, which is what we're going to get eventually, right? That for Lux in his mind, and I've seen him say this in interviews, and I know this is the same for Daylight. They are literally trying to out-rap each other. Like, who is going to have the craziest entendres and punchlines and the best wordplay and the flow? And you know how Daylight wowed out on Rock. Like, Daylight, he gonna do that. He gonna try to do that times 10, and that's that. Like, that's the type of battle they gonna have. Now, the problem with me and Lux is me and Lux is pure conversation. I'm not gonna try to, and he's not gonna try to out punchline me or da. If you already know what I do, if you've seen my best work and we've seen Lux's best work still to this date, which is the Calico third round and the hollow all 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
That's subject matter. That's content. He had a lot to rap about to hollow. That's why it was so great, right?
Yeah.
And so, and he knows what I do. I know what he does. Neither one of us would ever play in that battle in terms of like just arbitrary gun bars or just regular, entendres and all that. That would be a conversation. And I think what would happen in that battle, or how he perceives that, is like, damn, I'm gonna have to out woke B dot or out conscious B dot. And I just think that's the type of smoke he don't really want to play with. Like I don't know if I really want to try that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Now, is Lux a better rapper than me? Probably. You know what I mean? I'm not arguing that. I'm just arguing when it comes down to who's mastered a way to deliver subject content within battle rap consistently and do it great. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. He did it a couple times and then he chose to do other things. And I just feel like when people keep bringing my name up to him, I just feel like he's like, I don't want that battle because I'm gonna have to angle this nigga for 3 rounds, and I don't know if I want to do that. That's how I'm taking it when I hear how he responds to my name. But again, I want to be clear. I'm not calling out Lux. I'm not chasing him down. However, if it ever comes across my email with the contract, I'm signing that immediately. You don't duck and fade from Loaded Lux. I mean, come on, man.
That's like a career changer. I like.
That's one of them.
Now, who are some of like your what's your hit list for 2021?
Twerk. No, I'm fucking. Nah, definitely Twerk, man. Definitely Twerk.
B-Dot versus Twerk is crazy. That's a crazy one.
It's crazy. Twerk is number 1 on my list. A Ward.
Okay.
Me and A Ward got unfinished business. If you've seen the 2-on-2.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about this one, but I keep hearing it, so I'm entertaining it because I keep hearing it. O-Red. I keep hearing O-Red.
No.
It depends. In a volume, yes.
Yeah.
Where he can get his work, because O-Red got 2 different gears. For some reason, he's RVD over there at RBE. He's Rob Van Dam at ECW. I don't know what he's on.
Yeah, I
don't. When it's more than 20 people in the room, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when you get him in that closed environment, he can get through his work. He's very, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind in the volume. I mean, it's nothing I'm crazy about, or in my mind. I really want. I mean, obviously we got the Suge joint.
What about Ill Will?
I never thought about battling Ill Will. That's a dangerous brother right there, man. Dangerous brother. Like if I had to battle Ill Will, I would definitely ask for a couple months of preparation. Okay. At least a good month and some change of preparation. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a bad man right there. So I never thought about it. Honestly, I'm in a different phase as a battle rapper. I remember earlier in my career, I was like really nitpicky and trying to figure out what's the best battle.
Oh, I remember B-Dot. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. You had me upset.
Listen, I got you though, bro. Them days is over. I'm kind of like I'm pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like the Holmesy joint. Like, I didn't want him, and I'm like, I'll take it. And it ended up being some of my best work of last year. You know what I mean? So,
that bitch nigga we ain't asked. You gotta put that's your slogan, man. You got
That's it. I've been saying it in every battle now since the T-Top. I said it in the Top joint. I said it I said it in Chilla. The interesting thing about that slogan is I got to get to it before my opponent do, because Chilla did it.
Yeah, Chilla was a little sneaky. He's smart, man.
He's a sneaky guy. That's really smart. I would do the same thing. I would try to beat me to that too. So I got to try to get it out early so they can't beat me to it. But yeah, I'm throwing that in there. But yeah, definitely Suge. That's lined up. Twerk, A Ward. I do want a female this year. Preferably Yoshi. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, God. Chill out, God.
He said preferably Yoshi. Oh, hell no. Why are you trying to end my career, man?
How you gonna do this to her?
Subject matter, man. Content, right? Y'all want to see a good battle.
Man,
I'm interested. Well, first of all, don't act like she can't rap with me because QP is pinning her shit. So if I'm just saying.
Come on, Josh.
But nah,
QP. Oh man, why is QP always behind every woman?
but nah though. But I just think that she would have. I'm interested because it's this. Oh, the woke brother about to talk to the lost sister, black girl lost. You know what I mean? So I'm interested in the conversation. I mean, I don't think there's a argument about who raps better. Yeah, we know I clearly rap better, but I am interested for the entertainment value of that to see what she would bring to the table. So either Yoshi or KCJ.
KCJ, that's a nice one.
KCJ's a nice one. I would say, I would try to get QB, Black Diamond. Yeah, because I feel like
something a little more aggressive. I got you. I'm open to
KCJ would be fired. I never even thought about pairing you guys. Now I'm thinking about it. Yoshi, salute to Yoshi, but hell nah. Like, stay away from B-Dot, please.
I can like hear the rounds in my head. And
yeah. But that's what's fun to me. The fact that y'all think y'all know what I would say to her. That's what makes it fun. Like, okay, everybody thinks they know what I'm gonna say to her. Let me say something completely different and still be in my pocket. Because you're definitely not. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would never get in front of a black woman and be like, bitch, this, you hoe, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get that from me. However, I also don't want to be too predictable and get you gotta clean yourself up, sister. Don't you know? I don't want to do that either. You feel me? So it's like,
wash your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna, if one of those battles get booked, I'm gonna find something very creative to do, and I'm excited about it because I'm trying to push myself to my creative, artistic limits. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised you didn't try to get that on Kings and Queens because she
did, man. She fucked up the bag. I told her like when she was tweeting like shaky, like she was like, oh, I don't know if I want to battle B-Dot. Like she was tweeting all shaky, and I don't think they was interested after that. You know what I mean? Like. You know how I learned the game. I know how this shit work now. URL and them niggas and whoever at the top, like
they watch everything.
They just watch and they say, okay, I like how they interact and let's book them. You know what I mean? And if she would have kept our interaction how it was, we was going back and forth back in like December, I want to say.
Yeah, she on the Caffiene comments a lot too.
Yeah, you feel me? Like if she would have kept that type of vibe, we probably would have got booked for that joint. But it's always another one. I'm sure.
Now let me pivot to this because I said this to A-Ward before you got to URL, you had already developed a cult following, right? Yeah. To the point where people were like, once he gets there, he's gonna run shit. Yeah, I think when you got there, you ran into a series of competitive matchups and you held your own, and now you've ascended to a place where we can comfortably put you in that top tier. I would like to ask you, as a guy that's well traveled, is URL truly different? And do you hold the leagues in the same esteem now?
No.
Talk about it, B.
No.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It's different, and it's different because, first of all, it's different because of the competition, and then it's different because of the expectancy of like how you're supposed to perform from the URL fan base. It's very important. No slight to no other league, but you can get away with certain shit on other leagues, man. You could take a certain type of L, or you could have a bad night on another league, and it's kind of not a big deal within the culture overall. If you drop the ball on URL, or you run into a nigga that just gets you out of here clean, you're gonna have career issues moving forward. You know what I mean? It's a different ball game. So I start there with the competition, man. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. The best battle rappers in the world are URL battle rappers. Like
I swear to God, you sound exactly. That's all I was trying to say.
This is
like
all we were.
That's all literally. I'm glad it's coming from one of the top best.
Not
just battle rap.
Not just that, because the B-Dot story is like that's a part of it, right? You were you and Loso, and you could argue T-Top and Briz, y'all was already them niggas. Already, y'all was at URL,
and that was my only argument. My argument was never to like down URL. I knew URL was up here. Don't get me wrong. I knew they was a step up, but I was telling them niggas, I'm up here too, Brody. Like all you got to do is book the battle. Fuck a PG. Book the battle and let me show you. So I think people get a lot of that misconstrued when they look back at that time period when I did that third round. You know what I'm saying? That was business talk. That wasn't oh, this league ain't worth this for me to be doing no PG. That wasn't the content. The content was I'm too good to do a PG anywhere for anybody's league. However, I know this is where the big boys play. I'm telling you, I'm a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, put me in there with a dog, and I'm gonna show you what it is. So I've never argued that point. I know where I'm at, nigga. Like, you already, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a fact, bro. Like, and you know, people try to shy away from this shit, but y'all niggas know I don't shy away from no racial topic.
Exactly.
So the fact of the matter is, you know, I'm coming from a perspective of African American culture, street culture, the shit we grew up in, the environments we come from. You know what I mean? Like, I can only go with that, bro. And I'm just saying, you know, you're not finna do 3 rounds of comedy over here, Brody. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna fly, and that's no disrespect. You know, this is just like it. People want to shy away from it, but it's at the end of the day, it's racial and it's cultural. You know what I'm saying? What's accepted when you're a white dude battle rapping, what's accepted from you is different. You could be jokey, you could be funny, and that's cool. Let a nigga get up there for 3 rounds trying to be a fucking comedian. Get this nigga out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like,
talk that talk, bro.
These are facts, bro. So that has nothing to do with how people run their business. King of the Dot runs their business extremely well. Always treated me absolutely great. I'm gracious for everything that they've ever done for me. RBE the same. Any league I've ever been on. Bullpen. Where else did I battle at? Obviously, LA Battlegrounds, my home base where I come from. Everybody's done nothing but great business with me. I'm simply talking about the level of competition and what's at stake. It's different. And so that kind of segues into y'all conversation with A-Ward, which I agree with y'all. I don't agree with having them at 20. However, I agree that you can't be out here taking Tom, Dick, and Harry, pause.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
And think going to be in the top, you know, conversation. And I think, you know, A-Ward, and I told him this in person, you know, that's my boy. We friends. So I told him, I looked him in his eye one day. I said, bro, just do it, bro. Just do it. Just do it. What, like, they want you to battle whoever, bro. Just get it out the way. Just get it out the way, bro. You're great. You're amazing. Get one of them little joints out the way and get busy. You know what I mean? And I told him that. So, like, I do agree with y'all. You can't run around and just battle no names because we know how great you are. So if you kick a no name ass in a 1-rounder, okay, you were supposed to. You know what I mean? You were supposed to. So
the comments, they murdered me yesterday for echoing your exact sentiments right now. They murdered me yesterday for this. But
I get it. And look, and I get it. They can murder me too. I get it. But I'm just keeping it real, bro. Like, if you go around killing a bunch of nobodies, we know you're great already. You're not proving nothing to us by doing that. We want to see you where it counts. We want to see you go against some dogs. Not to say that he hasn't. As his friend, as his peer, and as his friend, I want him to kill motherfuckers that I know he can kill. Like, I want him to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he could probably get 70 to 80% of the URL roster up out of here, to be quite honest with you. But we just need to see it.
We just need to know. Like, yo, we seeing your 1-rounders, we seeing you on RBE. We know you can rap, we know you fire, but we know the rebuttal is crazy, but we just got to see it on URL.
We got to see it. That's it, bro. We got to see it against a dog, somebody that's been in there that know how that shit go. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Now, 2 things. First of all, let's get to the donations really quick.
Wait, before you read the donation, we got 430 here. Please hit the like. Sorry, Tom, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, hit the like. This is well attended, man. I appreciate all of y'all in the comments and things like that. We're gonna get to the donations. I also have LA trivia for B Dot. Now we do this with everybody and stuff like that. So, but we're gonna get to the donations, and then if folks want to speak their piece. No extended soliloquies, but we're gonna allow y'all to do that.
You get question. I don't read a whole novel.
Yeah. So Polo, get to the donation.
So for $9.99, my man Townsend, he said, for what about battling Ilmac or Iron? Ilmac hasn't ever been on URL, but has beaten tough comp, Iron, JC, A-War, Chilla, etc. Would you battle Ilmac or Iron?
Ilmac is a really, really, really good friend of mine. I would never battle him ever. Like, really personal, good friend of mine. Iron is a friend of mine as well. I wouldn't say like great friend. We spoke occasionally from time to time. I would definitely battle Iron, 100%. You know Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, I ain't in you. That would be. I don't know. I think
That would be.
I don't know, man. I think I think B Dot against any fair skinned brother. I don't think it would be fair. I'm being honest.
Read the next donation.
I'm not taking no L's to no white men. I promise.
Exactly. I know that already. I bet my whole bank account on that. Miss Princess, salute to Miss Princess Willis. For $4.99, she said Daylight from King of the Dot. He's a king. Danny not from URL. He's a king. But
Daylight is not from King of the Dot. Daylight is from what was that league back in LA? The Pit. First of all, Daylight is from the Pit. Let's be clear. He's not from King of the Dot. If you're saying that he had big battles on King of the Dot, absolutely. But I wouldn't say he's from there. And I don't know if that has anything to do with my argument at all, really.
Yeah.
Danny not from URL, he's king. Danny's not from URL, but Danny would say the same thing I'm saying to you as well, especially Danny being a big competitor like he is. Danny's going to tell you that all the dog fights are on URL, all the biggest moments and all the battles that shake up the culture for him are on URL, and that's where he wants to be as well. He would tell you the same thing. I don't think I'm saying anything disparaging or disrespectful about any other league. I think I'm just talking as a competitor, as an MC that's been in different leagues and been in different moments. The pressure is different. The pressure is different, and you are absolutely right. Both of them brothers are kings, and they've built themselves to be kings. But I would argue that Danny has built himself to be a king as of recently on URL.
And Daylight had a performance of the year, or that kind of shifted him even higher on URL.
But even outside of that, Daylight is a fucking alien. You're talking about one of the greatest rappers to ever walk the earth, like live. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be Daylight anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But I understand what she was saying, but no, I think they both would agree with me. If you ask them, I think they both would tell you the same.
All right. So now we're gonna put the invite link in there. You guys are free to join in and things like that and get some questions.
The rules.
All right, you know the rules. Get off the McDonald's Wi-Fi. Wash your face. Be respectful. And we got a last one. Turn that phone horizontal. All right.
Yeah, that's a new one. We just added that.
That's a new one. Yeah, but definitely wash your face. Now, let's get to the trivia B Dot. I have a couple of questions for you. Now, this is all LA based stuff. All right, this is all LA based stuff. So we're gonna get to it. All right. Known for his world famous beef on wax against MC8, this Compton legend was a pioneer of the G-Funk.
DJ Quick.
Oh, look at
Damn.
you. Yeah.
What we doing, man? Come on.
Okay. All right. This was the USC quarterback when Reggie Bush was on his remarkable run in 2000.
Carson Palmer or Matt Leinart. Which one?
Matt Leinart. Yeah. We go with Matt Leinart. We'll accept the second one.
I'm sorry. I played against both, so I didn't know which one.
Yeah. Wait, who was better in your opinion?
Carson Palmer. What?
In college?
What?
Yeah.
Carson Palmer, bro. That fool was a monster, bro. By far.
Damn.
Okay. So this forested, tree-rich area of LA was the primary stumping ground for Alonzo in the classic film Training Day.
Ooh, what? Say that again.
This forested, tree-rich area, the section of LA, is the primary stumping ground.
Oh, the jungles. When you said forested, I'm literally thinking about these foresty areas we do have, because the jungles is in LA. It ain't no forest.
Yeah.
I get the wordplay. Okay,
it's covered in vegetation. Yeah.
I got you.
All right. Now, before Dre was NWA, he started his DJing career.
World Class Wrecking Crew.
Look at my man's right here. Okay. Man. All right. So this LA great was the only one who went back-to-back scoring titles.
This LA great was the only one to win back-to-back scoring titles?
Or in the NBA.
An NBA player that's from LA.
NBA player that played for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh.
The Lakers. Let me clarify.
Okay. Back-to-back
scoring titles.
Oh, you got me on this one. I don't think Kobe ever did that. So
sure.
Is it Kobe? I'm a guess and say Kobe, but I don't think Kobe. Is it Kobe?
Kobe did that.
Oh shit!
06 and 07. Kobe got scoring title.
Rest in power, Cole. I'm a big Cole fan. My fault. I should know that. My fault.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah,
Now,
rest in peace, Kobe, man.
definitely rest in peace, Kobe. This 1984 Olympics was held in LA, and this famous athlete gained prominence by winning 4 gold medals, matching Jesse Owens' 4 gold medals.
Flojo. Flojo.
No.
What year?
1984.
Oh, my dog, Carl. What's his last name, bruh? What's his name? Damn, I'm forgetting his last name. I got the first name right, though, right?
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, Carl Lewis, man. Yeah,
Carl Lewis. There we go. My fault.
Correct.
My
All
fault.
right.
Track head too. I should know that. My fault.
No doubt.
You want to add quote? What you got? You got any more trivia?
No. That is it. That's the LA trivia right there. We you know what I mean? We knocked that one out the park.
There were some good questions, bro.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, see, next time we come, everybody don't know this yet, but I'm gonna let y'all know a little secret. The more we interview, these questions are gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get harder because Tone, you be asking what number did Kobe Bryant play with? Like,
we gonna get in some real LA type, trivia and all that.
Let me get one call in, Queen. I'm gonna get you in here, Queen. What's up? How you doing? Oh, you hear us,
Queen? Hello, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Oh,
there you go.
You
Queen, what's
Hi,
up,
bro? It's Trisha.
Oh, what up, Trisha? What up?
I'm good, just chilling.
All right. You on with B-Dot?
I'm good. I'm on the bus right now. I'm heading to the gym. Hi, B-Dot. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Queen. How you doing?
That's good. Oh my goodness. My question for you is, really, I wanted to know why were you so upset being at being at number 3 on Champion of the Year? I feel like that's good, and I feel like you did good, and I feel like your year was great, but I don't understand why you were so upset.
Okay. I touched on it, Malcolm. Get that out your mouth, baby. Get that out your mouth. I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. I was just feeling like that. I had a more impactful year than Chilla and K-Shine, and so even if I would have lost to Chilla at the number 1 spot, I'm cool with the number 2 spot. I think my year was so good that I should have either been 1 or 2. You know what I mean? But I wasn't like mad. I don't want y'all to think I was like really upset. I just didn't feel like my impactful year was argued properly, and I kind of touched on that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, he answered the same exact question in the beginning.
Definitely.
But thank you for your question.
Appreciate you, Trisha.
Have a good time at the gym. Make sure you stretch before you work out. All right.
Right. Get there safe, Queen.
I'm gonna add my man.
Look pass.
No look pass. What's goody?
What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to ask B-Dot, as far as like him being a conscious observer of things, what are some of the rappers that on an all-time level does he have like in his top 5 or his Mount Rushmore that he thinks have been important in shaping the landscape of hip-hop? Especially somebody from the West Coast, does he have more East Coast rappers on, or does he stick with the West Coast and his Mount Rushmore?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you know what? So you mean top 5 overall?
Yeah, all time.
Yeah, that's that one's for me. It changes, it varies. Off the top of my head, I go Hove, I go Big, I go Pac, I go. This one is gonna surprise you. Well, when I say it, it surprises people. I go Joe Budden, and I go Scarface. That's my top 5.
Which Joe Budden? Like Move Music Joe Budden, or which one?
Nah, definitely Move.
Which Joe Budden? Yeah, man. You know, I kind of feel like Joe Budden spearheaded. I mean, Tupac was an emotional rapper too, but like Joe Budden spearheaded the introspective emo rap shit. You know what I mean? And that's, as a youngin', I just remember that's what I was tapped into. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, I think it was my freshman year of college when his album dropped, his first joint. And, that Come and Take a Walk with Me, and that 10 minutes joint that he had. He was rapping for 10 minutes about his life. I don't know. I just got locked in with that type of stuff. So I would say, yeah, the mood music, Joe Budden type of rap style. I think that's what I fell in love with. Sure.
And I think the brother asked too, your top 5 conscious tracks of all time.
Ooh.
Top 5 conscious tracks?
Conscious tracks of all time.
That is tough, bro.
Yeah,
that is tough. I gotta sit down and think.
I know,
that, man. Off the top of my head, I'm going. See, it depends on what you call conscious, though. So for me, this is just what I'm considering conscious, right? Okay. For me, off the top of my head, I'm going Cannabis, Niggonometry.
Ooh.
Going
Eat out, you the man, bro.
Nah, for real, bro. That shit.
Damn, I ain't heard Niggonometry in a minute.
Crazy.
He was dropping science in that joint, bro.
Yo.
What else? You would have to go with a KRS-One joint for sure. I mean, I can't pick one off the top of my head, but if I could
my
just
philosophy, probably
my philosophy. What else? You would have to go. Rakim spearheaded the 5% rap. You know what I mean? Either him or Grand Puba. You know?
Oh yeah, Grand Puba.
Yeah, so I would have to go with a joint from Rakim or Grand Puba to pick. I can tell you the artist, but to pick the actual joint that I want to pick, I got to sit down with that one, bro. I ain't never got asked that question.
What about Brand Nubian?
Rapper all my life, and I ain't never got asked that question. Yeah, Brand Nubian too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Can
great
I ask
question.
one quick follow-up question?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna ask you that as far as like your music and stuff like that, do you have any plans to put out like maybe CDs, vinyl, cassettes, any type of like physical media?
Yeah, man. My last joint I was trying to do a vinyl of, but I didn't get around to it. But my next joint for sure. I actually just started working on my new album last Tuesday. So I'm locked in the studio now, at least once or twice a week to work on this new project that I hope to have out by the summer. And if I have it out by the summer, bro, I definitely plan on having like vinyl, maybe some CDs as well that I can like autograph or something. I definitely want to do something special. I'm old school like that too, bro. I like that. I like the vinyls and the CDs and all that. So I'm gonna definitely try to get that to y'all, bro. For real. I appreciate the question. That's dope. For real.
Yeah. The no look pass, bro.
Yeah, you got good questions, man. You got to
here, man. Yeah, you one of the guys, man. Join the Discord too, bro. All right.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
We look at the link is gonna be in the description to join the Discord.
That's a fact. That's a
Yes,
fact,
sir.
man. Salute, bro. No doubt, man. So, yo, Dot, first of all, man, I appreciate your time. Always a good interview. Always very insightful.
Always,
I learn something every time that we talk, right? And it is Black History Month, and I'm gonna say it again. Black history should be every day. Black history is American history.
There you go.
And waiting for Judas and the Black Messiah, which I hope is a great movie. I do want to talk about Black leadership, Black masculinity, people in power, and things of that nature. How do you view the landscape right now? Do you feel like it's still a leadership vacuum? And what do you think folks should be kind of striving for in terms of amplifying those voices? Yeah.
And you know, Tony, this is probably where we part slightly. Not all the way, but slightly, because I know you big on politics.
Right.
So the way I answer that question is by my perspective is always community based. So when I think about leadership, I think about Black leaders, not the vocal ones we see on TV. What you need? What's up? You're gonna interrupt my question. You gotta tell me what you need. Okay, I'll make you some. In the community, it's about the leadership within the community, like who's galvanizing within the community municipally, who's putting together some type of plans for the community, for better education, for things, like just community-based leadership is what I'm personally about. So when you ask me who are the leaders, I guess that's just based on from city to city who's galvanizing, who's really out there putting in the work. These are no-name people. You know what I mean? These are not people that you're going to see on TV or that all over social media. These are people that are out there in the field really trying to make a change in their community. I'm personally working with my childhood friend, pretty much my big brother. He goes by the name of James Norris. He received his PhD up in, I think he went to Washington, UW. So he's a licensed psychiatrist, and we're trying to open up a center a psychiatry center where he can help the youth through psychiatry, and I can help them we're going to have like a music program to try to inspire them if they want to get into music. So we're trying to open up this center. We're working on things. You know, we got our nonprofit, we got our LLC, we got things that we're putting together in our community to help our community. So when you ask that question, man, I'm really community based. I'm not a firm believer. That's why I say we slightly part there. I'm not a firm believer in big politics. I'm not a firm believer in the trickle down effect. You know,
right.
Voted Biden in, so this is what's going to trickle down.
Macro politics,
exactly. I'm not into that, bro. Personally, however, I think it's important to be educated on it, and I tip my hat to you because you are extremely educated on it. And I follow you on Twitter when you be talking about it. I be learning shit through you because I don't tap into that. I don't, I personally don't see that much of a purpose in it, but however, I do think that we should know about it, and I tip my hat that you're very educated about it. Loso got my phone blowing up. This is crazy.
I can't believe he did that.
But nah, man. I just think that the leaders, I can't name them by name, but they're out there. They're putting in work within their communities, and they're making a difference for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm just reminded because Fred Hampton passed, I think, at 21. By 18, he was already
busy.
Yeah.
That's different. You know what I'm saying? So
getting busy.
You know, and that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I wanted to go back to, bro. But yeah, man, this has been a great time. I think everybody enjoyed this. And what we always do is give you the ISO so you can talk to the fans, things you got to promote, things you have to talk about. We want to give you the floor to do that, brother.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Everybody just tap in with me if you can. Follow me on all social media. Be Dr. God with the underscores in between the words. Be.God.com is where you can purchase your Elevate gear. You know, I appreciate everybody that's purchased so far. It's doing really, really well. So if y'all can continue to support me as I can continue to try to give y'all great material in these battles within my music and, you know, what I do with my artistry, I appreciate it, man. So again, be.God.com or follow me on all social media, be.God with the underscores in between the words. Peace and love. Appreciate y'all.
Right on, man. Right on.
One last question came in like the last second. It's actually a pretty good question. From Tony J, $10. He said, respect to you. Name 3 or 5 books you would recommend for the Black Kings to read.
Oh, okay. Yurugu by Marimba Ani. So that's spelled Yuguru. Yurugu by Marimba Ani. The African American Holocaust by Dr. John Henrik Clark. The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. What else? Malcolm. I'm almost done. Okay.
Who did you say that last book was by? Destruction of Black Civilization by who?
By Chancellor Williams.
Okay.
All right. We'll put this in the description box for everybody too, by the way.
I'm probably gonna order these books too.
Yeah.
What else? I'm because you know it's difficult reads and then there's easy reads. I don't be trying to like what else? They Came Before Columbus by who wrote that? I'm drawing a blank right now. They Came Before Columbus by I'm drawing a blank. My son got me drawing a blank. Pardon me, y'all. Just write that down. They Came Before Columbus. It'll pop up. I don't have the author at the top of my head. Malcolm, I'm almost done. Let's go. I'm gonna get you.
It's by Yvonne Van.
No. Here, let's Google that real quick. Here I come.
Yeah. Let me.
They Came Before Columbus. Hold on. This shit right here.
Oh yeah. Yvonne Van.
Yvonne Van Sertima.
Oh yeah, my fault. You were saying Ivan Van Sertima.
Ivan Van. I said Yvonne. Ivan.
Yeah, you said Yvonne. So that threw me off. Yeah, Ivan Van Sertima. They Came Before Columbus. And for 5th, I would say the ISIS Papers by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. That's a great book. So in that book, she's breaking down like the genetic inferiority complex that she feels that the white dominant male has and how he tries to impose that upon the black man. It's some dope information in there. Yeah. So those are the 5 I would say to start with. Some of those are difficult reads, but for the most part, those are easy reads. Definitely, whenever I get asked about books, the very first book I say is the African American or the African Holocaust by Dr. John Henry Clark. That's an easy read and very informative, but it's a great starting book for sure.
We're gonna add that to the reading list. I got the crew reading Between the World and Me for the Political Bro Show. It'll be not this Sunday, but a Sunday after.
You gotta add me, bro. What's up? What we doing?
Oh yeah, Doc, definitely come through, man. Yeah,
what day is that?
We're gonna it's gonna be not this Super Bowl Sunday, but the Sunday after. We're gonna do a book review.
On Valentine's Day?
Talk about this the themes and all. It's on Valentine's Day. Man. I'm sorry, that ain't gonna be that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get back. So because we might do that on Saturday. My bad. We're gonna do that. But yeah, Doc, man. Like I said, bro, you know what I mean? I know you with the little one. We gonna let you go back. You know what I'm saying? But salute to you, bro.
Always appreciate y'all, Ken.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all be safe.
Yes, sir. If you tuning in, we gonna shut this down, but we got Ace Amin next. This is gonna be a goodie. I promise you. So don't go too far. Roll your blunt, get your drink, put some ice in the cup.
Yeah. Because we're gonna get right to it. You know what I mean? We probably gonna open up with a few of them diss tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we in them bags today. But nah, man, yo, shout out to Dot. All the information will be in the description box, the books that he posted, all of that stuff too, including the assigned reading that I have for the Political Bro Show and all that. So, but make your voices known, put your comments below, join the Discord, and stick around.
Yes, sir. We'll be back. We'll be right back.
Black Compass Media. Salute.
Yes, sir.